You're about to see exclusive footage with secrets from New York's top makeup artists. Join me, Kristen Arnett, backstage at Fashion Week, where I coerced my colleagues to divulge their best tips for achieving a flawless look. From skincare to contour, this is the real deal.
You look at the natural beauty, and we all have a nice natural dewiness. So if somebody has a little ruddiness on the cheeks, it doesn't mean that that's a challenge. It's not a challenge for me. I would leave the glow and leave the ruddiness on the cheeks, still let it shine through. There's different intensities that you can use with foundations, so it's not opaque, and then it looks mask-like and it looks unnatural. And you take someone's features away, and then they don't look pretty anymore. Then you could age them, the skin looks more textured, then you create more issues and you try and cover up with more makeup. So you have to know, I guess, textures.
Yeah.
And consistencies of makeup.
What do you think the most important thing is to getting the right texture so it looks like skin?
I use moisturizers, and I'll shear them out. Certain liquids, but everything that's sort of more has a dewy finish to it, and I use minimal amounts each time. So makeup, I like to build in areas where it is needed, not the same consistency from start to finish. I'll just spot in certain areas and buff out.
Okay.
If it's dry or it looks textured, I'll go and get like a hydrator and I'll kind of stipple and just marry it back into the skin.
What do you think, even with darker skin?
Oh, it's another one.
Yeah, darker skin. Go.
It's the same thing with same thing with darker skin. So if you've got to look at the pigmentation where there's darks and lights to make somebody look even, and correct the hyperpigmentation if there is any, and bring balance. I never really match the skin.
Why?
Because we're too many different colours. Like I could be light here, 2-3 shades darker there, darker here, dark there, light there.
So the idea of putting one foundation color all over your face.
No, it doesn't work. You have to put and neutralise where it's needed. So if they're a little darkness or ashy grey, you've got to put sort of like an orange colour to sort of pick up and add warmth. And sometimes darker for some people, warm them up if they're too light.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get here, if somebody's out of town and it's in the summertime, that colour could look long and ashy as well. So you might have to start, blend up, or just buff up to here and then maybe just leave it. Depends on how clear their complexion is.
Tell me about contouring.
Not everybody needs to be contoured. If somebody naturally has a strong cheekbone, they don't always need it. A mature lady may not always need to be contoured. You could age her. You could age her and make her look older because you're naturally going to lose collagen and your cheeks will sink in, so the contour's already there.
That's true. And you know, this is like the biggest thing, right? You see all the time that they're drawing the stripes like right down the face. What do you think that's going to do to your face? Which just makes you look hollow like a skeleton. So leave us with one of your most favorite things that you do to make somebody look like they're not wearing any makeup but like super gorgeous. We are thinking. Okay, well,
skincare. I do that is first for me. I prep the skin, deal with all the issues if they've got any dryness, deal with that. Maybe a little light exfoliation, if you know, with a exfoliating wine. Hydrate the skin with good skincare products that are good for the skin type. Then when you put foundations on or makeup, it will go on better. And then I just look to I'm trying to mimic their skin and improve it and make it look better.
Fiona, thank you for your brilliance yet again.
You're welcome.
We've always enjoyed you.
Love to be of service.
I am here with Norma. Norma, say your full name for me.
Norma Jane.
Okay. And she is from the beautiful country of Colombia.
Colombia! So I think the first thing that you have to do at home is like prepping your skin. People doesn't do it. So when you apply makeup and the skin is not perfect, for applying the makeup, it's gonna be like heavy, sticky, it doesn't look natural.
Right.
And I think that's the trend right now, like looking low.
Yeah,
like
having
you
lots
don't
of
have any
radiance.
makeup at all. Yes.
Yeah.
So the key for that, to getting that look, is prepping your skin.
Okay, and so we use the term in makeup artist land a lot of prepping the skin. But what does prepping the skin mean?
Okay, you have to kind of prep and you have two techniques. First of all, you have to hydrate the skin.
Okay. So using a moisturizer of some kind.
A moisturizer. But then there's another one that is primer that you use to change the skin, like make it the texture to make it softer, and when you apply the makeup looks softer. Yes.
Okay, so your top beauty tips for making skin look amazing is to hydrate and use a primer.
Use a primer.
Is there anything else you would suggest?
Yes, I think makeup, it's with the nature. Makeup has to be like light and dark, and that's why when you do this is when makeup looks great. That people will go and say, why are you so perfect?
Yeah.
And that comes to be with soft contour and some highlight, soft highlight.
So when you say soft contour and highlight, like, tell me like a nice way to do that.
So after, of course, prepping your skin, you will get some stick contour or your whatever you use to do your contour, and you will put it like this on your face, under the cheekbone, and you will blend. I usually blend it out with water.
Oh.
I usually.
Okay, wait. Let's stop there. You blend it out with water.
Yes.
So are you spraying it onto a sponge?
No, to the brush that I have, especially for skin, for foundation.
So either you do cream base,
Okay.
cream contour, cream highlight,
Yes.
or you do powder base, powder contour, powder highlight.
Yes.
But you do not do cream here,
You don't
powder
mix them.
here.
That's like when it doesn't look good. It
Yeah.
looks awesome. Awful.
All right, so Fiona, tell us your story about why vitamin E might be a bad idea all over your face.
You have to know your skin type. Even though vitamin E, I would say vitamin E is good for hyperpigmentation, but if you have oilier skin, you're not going to slather it all over into your oily portions of your face, because therefore you might break out and cause a condition on your skin.
Yeah.
So you have to be knowledgeable about what your skin type is, and maybe use a thinner consistency, a little lighter weight in certain areas. Just use them in the problem areas also. You can spot check treatments in different areas of your face.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize that vitamin E is almost always from a GMO source. Did you know that?
No, I'm learning something now.
Yeah, so you have to be really careful about the quality of your vitamin E. If GMO is important to you or avoiding it, then you definitely want to find a vitamin E oil that is non-GMO verified. You actually said something before we started going live that was amazing. That neither of us knew. Fiona, did you know the thing that Devish is going to talk about?
Oh no, I'm listening.
Yeah, okay.
So for oily skin types that you want the foundation and the powder to stay, but you want a dewy finish, you put your loose powder on first. So you work loose powder into the skin, maybe with like a drum-shaped brush, so you really get it into the texture of the skin and get it really flat, and even dust off the excess, and then apply your liquid foundation. So you keep the dewy finish of the liquid, but the staying powder of liquid and powder.
That's a really brilliant tip.
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, okay.
Since the 80s.
Since the 80s, what's that? Feeding faces.
And just all over, or just in the oily areas?
Yeah.
Just in the all over or in the oily
You can,
areas?
if the skin is oily all over, powder all over. If it's only oily here,
Then just do
powder
that.
only there. And if it works really well with a really, really oily skin, powder, foundation, and
Powder again.
Is that something you want to do every day?
absolutely not.
Okay. No. Because that'll just like mess up your pores.
Clog your pores.
Yeah, well, if you're not removing it properly.
Okay.
Clog pores are big pores.
And when you say powder, you're talking about like a translucent fine powder, or you're talking about more like a foundation powder?
It depends on the need. If you need a lot of coverage and you're looking for a really theatrical look, you can do powder foundation. If you have, say, a very fine skin, you might actually want to use an HD.
Okay, so that was really good tips. Fiona is like, know your skin type. Don't just slather vitamin E oil all over your face. You're gonna break out. Yeah, just use it where you need to.
Menthol,
Okay.
Grow your own vitamins.
Grow your own vitamins.
And no GMO.
No GMO
I'm gonna look for
vitamins.
that.
Okay, and then Tanisha's was bake your face. Start with translucent or powder foundation first.
Whatever powder suits the need.
Yeah.
So if you have very oily skin, you would want to use a more absorbent powder. If you have very dry skin, you would that would also be a good idea for HD powder. If you have very dry skin, use a silica-based powder.
Okay. These are kind of awesome tips. You guys rock. Thank you. Here we're getting closer for our final shot.
Come on.
Yay!
Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. For more healthy beauty advice exclusively from the pros who really know, go to greenbeautyteam.com. See you next time.